Hello everybody, and welcome back to the range. Tom here. In today's video, we're doing a 2020 Jeep Gladiator for a 1-for-1 swap at Ivan's Customs Garage. He knows I'm doing the build, but he just didn't know what I was going to be doing. So why don't we head on down to the range and let's get started. When I was talking to Ivan, I was talking to him on a live chat on Instagram, and, I got to know the guy. He's a pretty cool dude. I actually enjoyed talking to him. I hope to do that again, along with other builders. He has this thing about Jeeps, so, I knew I had a couple Jeeps laying around, and, I told him I'd do a 1-for-1. He's all good for that. And he's also going to be helping me out with my Monster Jam Challenge stickers, and I appreciate that, Ivan. I really do. We got plenty of time, so no need to rush on them. I wanted to get this done and get this video out to you, so at the beginning of the month I can mail it out to you, and along with a sticker and maybe another custom. Who knows? One thing is I didn't want to go a typical off-road style Jeep. I see a lot of them. I got rid of the motorcycles in the bed because I had something different I was going to be doing to this thing. I wanted to put my own Caliber 50 Customs touch on it, if you want to be exact. A lot of video footage on this, but not really as much as I was expecting that was going to be on there. But I wanted to get it going. I got the wheels already set aside. You see them in the background there. The white tires. Never used them before, but I got them from Paul over Diecast Graveyard, and I think he got them from Sam Ed Wills. Paul's a great guy. He's awesome. He really is. He does great videos. And I can't wait to see what he comes up with next, honestly. I'm always looking forward to his videos. I'm a member of his Patreon, and I get those alerts telling what kind of videos are coming up next. Me, like I said, I do one-off customs. Those are my specialties. I try to do things outside the box, some things you never see before. Every now and then I'll do like a regular build or something like that. But I always try to do something different. Because trust me, I would have never seen a Jeep look the way I did this one. And the paint job looks remarkable. I love how I did the paint. I was very pleased with the paint. I'm pretty much dropping this sucker to the ground. Like, I'm lowering it as low as I can get it. I'm using the brass axle tubes. I haven't used those in a while, so I've been using those. And I'm just trying some stuff out, just to get, kind of a feel for it. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird that, I posted 2 videos in 2 days, but honestly, I've been working on both these videos for the past couple days. The one I did prior to this, I've been trying to get going on it for a while. It took me about a week to actually do that video and finally get it posted. Oh, excuse me. I'm kind of a little tired here. But, I'm dropping the post. I ain't going to be drilling them out. I'm cutting them down because I'm wanting to set this flat as I can do, and I can't really do that with the post in the way because it had the off-road style base on it. So I wanted to change it up a bit. And, change it up to what I did. I normally do not do the whole white tire thing. I don't know what it is. It's just not my thing. But honestly, I think they look pretty good on this build because, they fit the style that I was going for, and they look off the wall like something you wouldn't see driving around town. But I'm not going with like a standard driver look. I'm going with a Caliber 50 Customs look. You know, I made a lot of stuff from scratch out of styrene. You know, I'm not going to say I'm a styrene master, but I do my thing. You know, I kind of try to do a little bit of everything out of styrene. And it just helps knowing different techniques and stuff like that. And I really like using styrene because it really puts my creativity to the test. That's why on the Four Horsemen build coming up, where we have this 2020 Jeep Gladiator, we got to do a hauler for. And I know that, you know, I'm kind of knocking videos out right and left. Honestly, I'm just trying to keep my mind busy. A lot of personal stuff's been going on, so I've been trying to find other ways to keep my mind busy. And doing videos is pretty much my way to do it. Takes my mind off a lot of things, and it helps. It really does, you know. But this isn't the same exact way I'm gonna go about making the hauler. This way is a little bit different. I cut off the front end because it was just hard trying to, you know, make it level and everything. So I had to put a new axle tube in the front. So I just got a thick piece of styrene, cut it to size, filed it down, glued it on, and grooved out a spot for the axle. And I dropped an axle tube in it. But the things, it went well, honestly. You know, how deep I grooved it in, I was worried I didn't go too far. But honestly, it went perfect. It was right height for the right height. I know that's kind of, say that 5 times fast. We'll go from there. But, you know, I don't really use a lot of axle tubes very much, or I try not to anymore. But lately, it's just, with some of the work I've been doing, axle tubes are always good to have. And I call them axle tubes, but they're just brass tubing. But everybody calls them axle tubes. But, you know, I'm wanting to drop it low to the ground. As you see here, it's pretty low. It's a lot lower than what it would have been if I would have left it in off-road style. And eventually I'm going to do an off-road style build, you know, but I'm not going to be using an off-road vehicle. I think I might try a little something different on my end. So we'll just have to see what happens and what goes from there, and, you know, just kind of see what I come up with. I'm building a back roll bar, you know, kind of like an old drag truck or an old, like, headache rack or whatever you want to call them. And, you know, just something different. You know, I know there's Jeeps that's got these little headlamp or I don't know what they're called, but they're the head racks, the light racks or whatever they're called. But, you know, I'm not going that way this way with this one. You know, I've already dropped it down, so it's definitely not going to be an off-road style vehicle. You know, and like I said, I like doing custom stuff. And since this is going to Ivan's Customs Garage, I wanted it to look something different than he probably has laying around. You know, he's a Jeep guy. I understand that. Me, I'm a Chargers, Camaro guy. Either one of those I'm happy with. Honestly, if you're going to send me a custom, I'll be happy with anything because it'll go straight into a case. There is no doubt about that. I am one guy. I cherish the customs I get. I can't wait to get others from other builders and stuff like that. I got a couple that's going to be on the way shortly. And, you know, I went out and bought more little cases to put customs in because I label them and I put them in a case and done deal. They stay there and they don't go anywhere. They don't get taken out of the package or out of the case for any reasons. So what I'm doing, I know I keep rambling on. I do this all the time. You know, I try not to stick too much with what I'm trying to say, and you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm building a custom wing on the back of this Jeep Gladiator. And for some reason, I don't know why I was calling it a Jeep Commando. I really couldn't tell you. But, you know, I'm glad I went this route. I was going to go with the 3D printed one, but it ended up breaking while I was trying to take it out of its 3D printed, like, I guess, resin piece or whatever, because it was still attached to its supports and stuff. And I was trying to get it off of there, and it ended up breaking. I was like, well, I guess I'll just make one. Because, you know, I got that Mercedes I'm still working on from Cole's Kudos Diecast Customs. And, you know, I got till August to build that, so I got time for that. And, you know, right now, it could be done right now if I wanted it to. But I got a few things I got to do to it to make it work. But it's coming together, and it's looking good. And I can't wait till I start prepping paint for it. Because, Cole, if you're watching this, man, it's going to be awesome by the time I'm done with it. No. I'm sanding it down, trying to smooth it out, trying to make it look even. You know, it looks pretty good to me. I could have done better, but I was happy with the way it turned out because it looked like a beefy look for an off-road style vehicle. But it's not off-road. I think I was trying to go more of a Pikes Peak style, but I don't know. I really couldn't tell you where I was going with it. I just kind of was building it as I went. You know, a lot of my builds, I don't know what I'm going to do to them until I'm working on them sometimes. You know, so it just helps knowing that I could do it, that I'm doing whatever I can to work with the situation, work with the custom I got, you know, and improve it, I should say. But, you know, it all depends on the person, really, because everybody's got their own individual styles. You know, me, I can do a little bit of everything. And one thing I haven't done in a while, and I think I'm going to try to get back into that, it's another Mad Max build. I don't know yet. I'm still kind of up in the air, I should say, about what I'm going to build. But I think I know what I'm going to do. I got this casting that's sitting around. And as I'm doing this video talking about it, I'm actually coming up with... I already know what casting I'm going to use. I know what I'm going to be doing to it. And honestly, I think it's going to look sweet. I think it's going to look awesome. And I can't wait to get started on it. I already got the pieces in my head of what I'm going to be using. And it's just something I can't wait to see when it's done. You know, I'm a big Mad Max movie guy. I like the movies. I got all 4 of them on DVD. So I think I might watch 1 or 2 of them to get some ideas, preferably Fury Road, because I got a lot more of the vehicles in there. You know, so I might go something along that route. I haven't quite decided yet. Just have to stay tuned to my channel and find out. You know, right now this thing is looking really cool. I love how it looks. I love the low stance. The white tires actually make it look pretty decent. I was actually really happy with those. Finishing up the fin, you know, just doing little side pieces on. I'm going to glue those on. And I think this thing will be ready for paint. Because I'm ready to get this going. I'm ready to get into paint. And believe it or not, this video actually didn't take me as long as my last video. It's just, I guess, because I had everything sitting around me and I just grabbed it and used it as I went. You know, just kind of grabbed pieces from here and there. I had some round styrene that I used for the roll bars and, you know, part of the supports for the wing. And, you know, it just, I don't know, it just kind of fell into place when I was building it. You know, I kind of, and that's what I think is, you know, why I get my videos out so quick is because I already know, in a way, when I start building, things are just going to come to me as I go through the build. You know, I didn't do much with it. You know, I base coated it white, and then I put a pearl white over top of it, and then I'm just going to tape that off because I'm going to go with 3 different color tone. And, you know, I didn't do anything fancy with the paint or with the tape design. You know, I just kind of did some lines and, you know, kind of made it look like, I don't know, it just kind of looks pretty cool. Let's just say I would drive this Jeep. I'm not big into this style with the wings and stuff like that, But if I were to have this Jeep, I would drive it in a heartbeat. I'll tell you that much right now. Turned out so much better than I expected. The paint, didn't have to restrip any of the paint. You know, while I'm doing the body here, I've already gotten the base painted. I've already got my decal on the bottom of the base. Like I said, I'm going to start doing that with customs I send out to people. They're going to start getting, like, instead of my decals all over the place, they're going to have it on the bottom. Kind of like Maple Leaf Customs, how he does his decal right on the bottom. You know, CJD writes his initials on the bottom. And honestly, you know, it's just, it'd be so much easier, you know, doing it that way. So the whole body's not like engulfed in my decals. Because I got so much decals from my logos and stuff like that. You know, I tend to get a little carried away with them. So I'm going to kind of keep away from that for a while. And just start focusing on one decal for the custom giveaways. And just whenever I do like a racing vehicle or something like that, you know, bound for my logo, I'll just do that. Use most of them for that. But, you know, I'm doing the best I can with my taping. I try to get everything even. Most of the time it looks even. You know, you can't really tell unless you're like right up close and personal if it's uneven or not. But normally I do a pretty decent job. I got a pretty good eye when it comes to doing stuff like that. And, you know, I've always been that way. And it's really helped me a lot in my customs that I'm doing, is having that eye for, you know, making sure everything's level, making sure it's centered. But I went with this apple green color because I already painted part of the interior already and did the base a little bit, painted the wing portion of it, you know, just get an idea of like if I was going the right direction with the colors. You know, once I get a little bit more different colored candy paints, I'm gonna start working more with candy color. I know every time I go to tape off a candy color or something like that, I don't know what it is. No matter if I let it dry for like hours or days, for some reason when I put the tape on candy paint, it always seems to strip the paint off for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm going to try to figure something out and come up with a different technique of taping off the candy color paint. And, you know, if I decide to do that. I don't know if I'm going to decide to do that or not. But we'll just have to see what happens and what goes on from there. You know, this is the final portion of the tape that I'm going to be doing because I'm going to be going with one more color, you know, to set this off. And man, did these colors set this casting off. I was really happy with the way it looked. But I guess we're just going to have to find out for ourselves and check out the final results here in a little bit. But this is what we started off with, the 2020 Jeep Gladiator off-road. You know, I'm keeping the little dirt bikes. I might use them for another project or something, throw them on the back of there, paint a little dirt bike or something. But I wanted to go caliber 50 custom style with this Jeep. And without further ado, let's check out the final results. And I'll see you next time at the range.